Hi everybody, how are you? We will start our lesson with a game. The name is Find Someone Who. I will give you Find Someone Who activity sheet. We will make groups of 2. You try to find names in class for the blanks. After that, groups will read their names aloud and compare them. The group with the most correct names wins the game. It is our Find Someone Who worksheet. You have at blank. First one has been working very hard lately. And the second one hasn't been working very hard lately. 3 has been watching a really good series on television. 4 has been traveling a lot recently. 5 has been saving their money to buy something special. 6 hasn't been doing much exercise lately. And 7 hasn't been attending many social events lately. And the last one has been studying English for more than a year. Example question: have you been working a lot lately? An example answer: no, I haven't. It is the school holidays, so I have been relaxing. Now, please fill in the blanks if you want more information that second blank. Let's start the game. Okay, good job. All right. Today's topic is present perfect progressive tense. By the end of the lesson, you will be able to learn usage areas and rules of present perfect progressive. I will explain the rules and usage areas with a PowerPoint presentation on the board. Let's start. What are verb tenses? Verb tenses show the time that an action takes place. The present perfect progressive is a verb tense. We use the present perfect progressive tense for actions that started in the past, continue to the present, and will continue in the future. For example, I have been working at this company for 8 years. And the other one, I have been living in France since 2015. One more, I have been watching television for 3 hours. The present perfect progressive is formed with have plus, been plus, and the ing form of the main verb. How do we get this verb form? First, the present perfect is formed with the verb have plus a past participle form. Next, a progressive verb is formed with be plus an ing verb. The past participle form of be is been. When we put it all together, we get the present perfect progressive form of have plus been plus an ing verb. Yes, have plus been plus an ing verb. Have changes form depending on the subject. I have been studying. You have been studying. She has been studying. He has been studying, etc. For example, you have been learning English for 8 years. She has been sleeping all day. Snow has been falling all night. Contractions. A contraction is a shorter form of a word when we use the present perfect progressive. We can contract the verb have. The contraction for have is w. The contraction for has z. We can contract have and has with subject pronouns. We sometimes contract has with singular subject nouns, but we don't contract have with plural nouns. For example, I have been studying, you have been studying, she has been studying, he has been studying. For example, he has been reading a book since 5 o'clock. We've been waiting at the airport for 2 hours. You can use the present perfect progressive for actions that are repeated over a period of time. For example, Zehra is a good tennis player. She's been playing since she was 8. One more. Every morning they meet in the same cafe. They have been going for years. 4 shows an amount of time. 4 shows an amount of time. For example, for a few minutes, for 3 weeks, for 5 years, etc. Since tells us when an action started. Since tell us when an action started. For example, since 2 p.m., since 1998, since Sunday. Present perfect and present perfect progressive both use to express that an action began in the past and is still going on or has just finished. In many cases, both forms are correct, but there is often a difference in meaning. We use the present perfect mainly to express that an action is completed or to emphasize the result. We use the present perfect progressive to emphasize the duration or continuous course of an action. Result, I have written 5 letters. Duration, I have been writing for an hour. Okay, let's look at the board, look at the chart, look at rules chart. Present perfect progressive tense. Has or have plus been plus present participle. For example, Joe has been singing for 3 years. Joe has been singing for 3 years. In this sentence, activity started in the past and continues to the present. And the second sentence, they have been cleaning all day. They have been cleaning all day. In the second sentence, activity started in the past and recently finished. Activity started in the past and recently finished. Now, I will give you a worksheet, listening worksheet, listening activity sheet, and you solve it. Firstly, listen, and after that, you solve it. This is our listening sheet. Listen and transform the sentence into present perfect continuous. Listen and transform the sentences into present perfect progressive tense. Let's start. Okay, good job. Now we will write example sentence on the board. Each student will write example sentence on the board with use present perfect progressive. Yes, your turn. Let's start. Okay, good job. Now we will play a game. What do you think they have been game? Okay, I will read the procedure for this game. In this present perfect continuous activity, students take on a character role and ask questions to find out what other people have been doing. In groups, students take on the role of the person on their character card and find out what the other people in their group have been doing by asking questions and completing a chart with the information. In order to complete the chart, students must use the present perfect progressive and ask a total of 4 questions. Students go around their group asking and answering the questions and noting down the information in their chart. When the students have finished, they look at the information and guess what each person has been doing. Students then complete sentences with their answers using the present perfect progressive. These are our sheets. First one I will give you, and it is the second one I will give you. Firstly, for this one, talk to the other people in your group and write down their information in the chart. And after that, look at the information in the chart and guess what each person has been doing. Complete the sentences with your answers using the present perfect continuous. Let's start. Okay, good job. And finally, I'm sorry. And finally, we have the last game. I will give you a find someone who worksheet. You will walk around the classroom and interview your classmates. And fill in the blanks, find someone who. Let's play it. That's okay. I hope you understand the usage areas and rules of present perfect progressive. See you soon. Bye bye.